always combine and become a mega hurricane.
You guys keep saying always. It's 2 movies. Day After Tomorrow in 2012, both directed by Roland. Who also directed Moonfall, by the way.
Yeah. I feel like there was another one. I've seen a lot of disaster movies. It's because most disaster movies are like asteroid based.
They all blend together, so it's so difficult to keep them fucking apart. It's always the same playbook. Ooh, speaking of asteroids, NASA crashed.
I was leading into that.
Oh, sorry, did I take your segue away?
No, go
ahead.
No, go for it. No, go for it.
NASA shot an asteroid out of the sky. There. Both of you need to stop fighting and get along, all right?
No. Actually, I'm gonna fight with you. Apparently it was a moon of an asteroid, which I didn't even know was a thing. Yeah. They shot the moon of the asteroid, and it was kind of funny to watch the footage because they were getting real-time data back, which real-time meaning significant delay, but it was running at like 5 frames a second that they were getting back from the spacecraft, and you could see it slowly approach the little thing, the little rock, and then it just fucking dies, and they got a red screen of death, and everyone cheered like, "Yay, we crashed it!"
How long did it take for them to fly the little satellite or rocket thing to the asteroid?
I have no fucking idea.
That is crazy, though, that they were able to accurately hit it.
Yeah.
You have to calculate
That's
the trajectory, the speed, and everything from fucking hundreds of miles away.
Asteroid.
Well, now we have to be worried because they could do it in reverse. They could hit an asteroid into our path if we ever like act up and they want to teach us a lesson.
God,
it took them 10 months apparently. 10 months of travel for that rocket just to successfully do it.
That's not
crazy.
enough, but imagine a villain, like, if you were a super rich trillionaire, or like even an evil nation like fucking China just decides to hold the world hostage by slightly nudging an asteroid towards Earth. Like, surrender or else.
That sounds like a fun movie. I'd watch that.
Have we ever done anything to the asteroids before? Like, waged war against them? Is this the first conflict for us?
No, I'm pretty sure this is the very first time, yeah. The asteroid was
we
7
don't know
million
what we've
miles
just
away. Holy shit.
We don't know what we've just, like, waged war against. This is dangerous.
What, do you think the asteroid is gonna call his mom?
Call for backup.
I do think now that we know we can do it, we should just keep pinballing asteroids around the solar system till we accidentally hit another planet and, like, pique their interest. Just to see if maybe we can shake the hornet's nest.
Destroy them.
No, I'm sure they can fight back. They probably have their own, like, ping-pong paddle for asteroids as well.
Oh, so we play like a universal game of Pong and go back and forth.
Yeah, until one of us fucks up the math and ends in extinction.
They're the superior species.
What if they're still stuck at the dino age and then you eradicate them again? That would be mean.
I was going to say, what if our dinosaurs being eradicated was from someone else deflecting an asteroid in a different galaxy?
It's an intergalactic tennis game. That would suck.
The dinosaurs lost.
If you can't deflect the asteroid, you didn't deserve to evolve in the first place. That's what I say.
I don't think we're doing enough. Like, this is encouraging news for me that we were able to do this, because I've always thought we haven't been doing enough to prevent like the threat of asteroids. Yeah, like, I know they happen very rarely, but we've already proved that it has happened in the past. So that's something, something existential to worry about.
It's so difficult to fearmonger asteroids and get people to care too, because, you know, you get scared and then you open the article that talks about it and it's like, oh, it's the size of a car. And it will strike Earth in 50,000 years. Oh, well, all of a sudden I care less.
This is why I think, like, during school, grade 1 to 12, dinosaur classes need to be taught. Like, kids need to be taught to love dinosaurs and respect them, because then you obviously learn about asteroids and stuff like that, the thing that killed the dinosaurs. I only have respect for the asteroids because I know of what they're capable of. I don't think many people are aware of the danger that asteroids can pose. Is it
just me, or is Jackson dying?
No, Jackson's entering the 7th dimension. Yeah,
I didn't hear. I didn't want to
interrupt that because that sounded kind of cool.
Yeah, it was something about teaching kids about dinosaurs, which is something that schools have done for 100 years now. So,
can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Yes.
That was pretty cool.
Are you good?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay.
Yeah, I just said we need to we need to teach kids about dinosaurs, or like teach them the history of dinosaurs, so that then people know, obviously by extension, about asteroids and stuff.
Jackson,
so where did you
bloody fuck are you talking about?
Yeah, so where did you learn about dinosaurs, Jackson?
What do you mean? But
Jurassic Park.
Dinosaur books. Yeah, it started with Jurassic
Jackson,
Park.
children are like
books.
the biggest fans of dinosaurs because they learn about them in school and throughout their lives.
You absolutely learned about them in school way before Jurassic Park. I promise you that.
Every child has a dino phase. It's not some like hidden knowledge.
No, I wish we learned about dinosaurs in school. That would have been great.
What did you go to some bogan backwater school that didn't teach you about dinosaurs? What do you mean?
It wasn't pertinent. It wasn't like they're dead. They've been dead for millions of years. Like it might have been like
so you can learn history
or something.
Did you go to a creationist school?
Yeah, what?
Where they just deny them?
Well, to be fair, yeah, kinda. Originally.
Okay, that's a much bigger issue then. That's probably the reason you didn't learn about them.
Yeah, that's not the norm.
Doesn't every school kind of have like religious classes?
No, not at all.
No.
That's that's not natural for the United States or most Western countries.
So you guys actually learned about dinosaurs in school?
Of course we
did.
did
In Germany and Turkey, but it wasn't like a thing where they denied that dinos exist. Or existed.
I'm not saying they denied dinosaurs existed. It's just not like it wasn't part of the curriculum at all.
No,
it's usually part of curriculum for kids.
Well, it's not really big. I mean, they just kind of gloss over it in the history of everything chapter in the history books, where they go like, oh, there were dinos, and then humans learned to walk, and then we had the pyramids, and now here we are.
Yeah.
It's kind of quick.
I learned a lot about dinosaurs. I had to write reports on them.
What grade were you in?
So cool.
It probably would have been like first or second grade.
Good for you. That sounds fun.
Do you remember what the report was about specifically?
I don't know, probably just about dinosaurs and how they died.
It's pretty cool. I only ever got to write reports about fucking Egyptians and Ottoman kings and shit.
Egyptian history's cool as fuck, though.
I mean,
it
yeah,
is, but it doesn't it doesn't teach you about asteroids or anything like that, any existential threats.
I mean, depending on what you believe in, it does, because if you believe in like ancient Egyptian myths, you could say that Ra could deflect an asteroid or something.
Yeah. What killed the Egyptians again? Well, the ancient Egyptians, or did they just continue?
Time?
It's called Egypt now. It's
still there. Nothing happened, really.
No, something had to happen to transition from ancient Egypt to Egypt. Like, I'm sure there were a few conquests or Romans
Jackson,
took over.
Jackson, what happened was time. Something stops being ancient when it's new, so they just stopped being old. Like,
no, the ancient Egyptians got killed by an asteroid. Someone said in chat. I like that. That's what happened. That's the headcanon now.
Well, we have to go with aliens at that point, right?
Yeah, they helped build the pyramids.
No, the pyramids were beacons to the aliens to attract them.
No,
what the fuck? The aliens built the pyramids.
Yeah, you could never get stones that smooth and large, Jackson. They had to be of an otherworldly nature. Everyone knows that. Come on.
You know what I learned the other day? That ancient Egypt. I always had the idea that the pyramids were built by slaves. They weren't, apparently. They were built by, like, the people building the pyramids were paid a wage and they had living quarters and they were treated as, like, highly esteemed members of society.
But, like, architects? What the fuck, then? Why does every movie and cartoon depict them as literal slaves that get whipped?
It's the same reason we had Columbus Day, even though he was a giant asshole who did nothing. We got some facts goofed in history, and now we're figuring shit out.
Well, he didn't do nothing. He eradicated a lot of people. Like,
okay, he didn't do anything good. He did a lot of terrible things.
He did a lot of bad things.
And yet he used to be a holiday for us for fucking God knows how long.
He's still a holiday.
We're changing it to Indigenous Peoples Day.
Oh, I didn't know that.
They are slowly
making
like if you had a switch.
Genghis Khan Day, and then one day you decided, oh, he was actually kind of a warlord. It's like, well, yeah, but it's just how things were back then.
No. This is different. So Genghis Khan had an entire empire and like did a whole bunch of revolutionary shit with the might of his warriors and like had a huge cultural significance. Christopher Columbus just kind of like showed up, fucked around with the indigenous people, did some really terrible things to them, and left. He didn't do anything of value. Like, he didn't even discover America.
Yeah, the dude's a fraud, honestly.
Yeah.
What did
Can
he
we have
discover then?
Genghis Khan Day?
Well, he thought he was going to India, and he landed, I don't remember where, but that's why we call Native Americans Indians, because he literally thought they were in India.
Oh, I think he landed just south of America, like in the islands just below America. What are they called? Like
Potentially.
Cuba? Is Cuba down there? I don't know.
It's south of U.S.,
Around
south of
that
Florida,
area.
yeah. I'm not a huge
Yeah,
historian
around
on Christopher Columbus. I'm not going to give you all the details. I don't know, but I do know that he was just an asshole and fucking like raped women and took slaves and shit. He was just a terrible
So
person.
did Genghis Khan, though.
But Genghis Khan also had an empire. You know, he was conquering.
So what?
Yeah, Christopher
That's
Columbus.
stuff's allowed if you have an empire.
Well, no, not that that's like super different. But Christopher Columbus, he came in with like just like a ship of rapists, I guess.
Yeah.
Like all he did was like kill people, rape people, and leave. From what I remember.
So Genghis Khan,
Like,
his
he's
whole
just not
thing.
He didn't do anything of value, really.
Genghis Khan's
I
whole
just
thing
don't get
was
why
I'm
it's alright for
gonna.
Genghis to do it.
Because
even,
Genghis
like-
Khan was so like giant about it. He was like, I'm going to conquer not only all
does
of
that mean?
China, but
Why
like
can't
all
you
of
just
this
say
and
Genghis
that.
Khan is
saying-
bad at this as well?
That's like saying it would be
that
bad
doesn't
for
really work.
you to rape and pillage someone, but it would be okay if Jeff Bezos did it because he's so big and he has an empire. Like, it makes no sense.
I'm not justifying his actions. I'm saying that Genghis Khan is often looked at as a good historical figure because of like everything he did and like the impact he had. No one says, oh, it was so great that he raped and fucking murdered people, but his historical impact is far greater than Christopher Columbus's. And also, Genghis Khan doesn't have a holiday. Christopher Columbus does.
He should.
Yeah, he's not
That's my
celebrated. He's not celebrated as like a hero or anything like Christopher Columbus was.
Yeah. But we used
Genghis
to think
Khan is,
Christopher
like, more of an
Columbus was a hero.
anti-hero.
We were like, oh, he discovered America. He was the coolest guy ever. When he didn't do
Genghis
jack
Khan,
shit.
Genghis
He's
Khan's
like an anti-hero.
holiday could be like the world's father, like birthday celebration. Like,
That could be fun.
Happy birthday,
Yeah.
Dad.
Oh,
Yeah, I like that. Well, what is it? 1/6 of all humans can trace their ancestry back to Genghis Khan. Something ridiculous.
yeah, it's some crazy statistic.
To be
Yeah.
fair, that always sounds so fucking impressive, but at the same time, like, didn't only like 17 people live on Earth back in that time? So it's kind of
A
like
lot
easy.
less, yeah.
Well, that makes his raping and pillaging less impressive as well. If there were only seven, like. a
Oh
small
yeah,
amount of
Jackson,
people, right?
I would love to see you rape and pillage a village right
Yeah,
now.
how many people have you raped, Jackson?
Yeah, how many women can you forcibly fuck in the time span of one life?
Can you ride a horse and shoot an arrow off its back? I didn't think so. With a stolen, kidnapped woman in tow? Good luck.
So what? We are on the side of Genghis Khan having a holiday.
No
Where
one
are
is
we?
on the side of him having a holiday, Jackson. Jesus. Well, I guess Kaya is for some reason.
Yeah, for some reason.
Because it would be fucking funny.
He's probably got a holiday in like Mongolia, right? Because that's where he's from. Or
Potentially.
like, I don't know.
All I'm
Do
saying is
people
Christopher
like-
Columbus. It's we've lost the point of this. The point is that we got a lot of historical facts all goofed up, and in recent years we're fixing them and going, oh wait, hang on a minute, let's correct this. Christopher Columbus is a great example.
Well, how do we know that's not the same for Genghis Khan? Maybe he's a liar as well. They're probably all liars.
I don't think
All of
anyone
history is
has
probably a
doubts
giant
that he was a
liar.
terrible person, Jackson.
Yeah, what are you talking
No,
about?
but- Well, I'm saying maybe everything he did was a lie. Like,
So
maybe
he got
back
the
then-
entirety of fucking China and Mongolia to agree to his terms of events.